Reese and Kerry are superstars, but they're professionals. They're totally professional. So they want to be directed. That's their part of their job, you know, and they depend on you. You can't be an idiot around them. Like you're not going to get anything past them. It's really about listening to them, being respectful, but then also, you know, being able to be assertive enough to truly give them your note. So I was working on the morning show. If the actor doesn't say the speech word perfect, it doesn't really matter. You know, I mean, it's close enough, right? So it's like, fine, you don't have to like give them a note. There was one thing she was saying, little changes she was making that I thought changed the meaning enough that I should just get a version as written. And so I went to explain it to her. You know, I said, normally I wouldn't bug you about this word perfect thing, but in these two instances, I think it's actually important, and this is why. And she wasn't looking, she was just listening to me. And then she sort of waited a beat and she said, "You're right, Lynn." But in that moment, it was like, oh, okay, I think I just got a little thumbs up from Reese, you know. Sometimes with a greener actor, no matter what age, you just have to have a little bit of patience, and sometimes you have to just play a little bit more with them, but you give them the same amount, you talk to everybody the same. You know, you give everybody the same amount of respect. You don't talk down to them. Expect that they're going to rise to the occasion. Now, the kids who worked on Little Fires Everywhere, oh my gosh, what a dream cast. David Rubin, our casting director, is brilliant. And he found these kids, and some of them were not easy to find. Like Trip, we had the hardest time finding Trip, and then lo and behold, he found this guy from Austin, Texas. But he was Trip. Like, it was crazy to meet him because it was like, oh my God, you are Trip. And Lexi Underwood, forget about it. Anyway, all of them, I love them all. And some of them had more experience, like actually Jade Pettyjohn actually had a fair amount of experience. And she was like, I kept forgetting she was a kid. She was like a 30-year-old. She just was so professional and so amazing. She was just incredible. Like Gavin and Megan, they were a little greener, but boy, did they get up to speed fast. I didn't go to film school. I had a sort of long, circuitous, unorthodox route to making movies. And I remember feeling like, oh my God, this is what I was always meant to do. I had to live, you know, almost 40 years to get there. And I don't think I could have done it any earlier. For me, I needed that extra time. So that's the other thing is don't think it's too late. Just watch movies, watch great movies, you know? There's a lot of different ways to watch movies too. Take a scene, count the number of shots, right? So you have to watch it like 20 times to do this. You can make a little grid with all of these informations. Each shot describe what kind of field of view is it? Is it a full shot, an extra wide shot, a wide shot, a full shot? All the other details that you can think of. What's the camera movement? Does it look like a dolly? Is it a smooth camera movement? Is it a steady cam? If you can tell what the lens is, you know, is it a wider lens? Is the background fully out of focus? Is it just partially out of focus? What's the angle change? Deconstructing a scene, you can learn so much. So you could really give yourself your own little film school. Because what happens when you're watching a really good movie is, of course, you get drawn into it as a viewer, and all of the components just kind of like wash together if it's a good film, right? And you just get sucked in, and you can't look at it as a practitioner. So what you have to do is train yourself to watch a movie as a practitioner. Maybe watch it once just as a viewer, and then watch it again, maybe with the sound off. You know what's going on, you know, with the sound. But now you can really pay attention to the camera language. You know, you can really pay attention to all those, the production design, and what are the extras doing? How are they being used? Are they in the foreground? Are they in the background? You know, so yeah, do a little film school, do film school. And then, you know, last thing is you can make your own stuff. I mean, you got an iPhone. If you got an iPhone or an Android, you can make a movie.